Hey, it's Tammy Thomas from T2 Volleyball, and we're doing a series called Tammy's Tips for Tryouts. So right now, I'm going to give you guys tip number 7. So these are just great things to do when you go to a tryout. It really doesn't matter what sport, but this is volleyball specific. And volleyball is a hard sport. So my tip number 7 is to stay away from certain words. So in your head, you have these these voices, right? They're called inner voices. And hopefully you can tap into them. Hopefully you can shut them off when you need to. Hopefully you can turn them on when you need to kind of get yourself pumped up. But there's certain words that will flow through there that should never come outwards, okay? So especially at a tryout. So word number 1 is stay away from I can't. Okay, if you say, I can't do something, if a coach is giving you a challenge, that's for you to accept that challenge, and we're trying to see how you handle that challenge. Does the person go, okay, I'm going to try my hardest and just do it, right? I'm just going to do it, and yeah, I might fail, but I'm going to fake it till I make it. That's what coaches really want, is that, hey, I show you how to do this, and I'm just going to keep doing it, and if I fail at it, I'm never going to say I can't. Because you can. We don't give you things. Good coaches will never give you something you can't do. Okay? Unless that's a challenge in itself. Is that how do they handle something they can't do? How do they handle something that's like way above their level? Do they just work for it? Or do they literally start getting almost like a learned helplessness, kind of this can't feeling? Okay? The next thing is sorry. So you pass a bad volleyball and you're constantly going, sorry. Okay? Don't say sorry, just say I got the next one. If you want to kind of say, hey, my bad, I got you the next one. But if you're constantly saying my bad and sorry and all these things, it's again those bad inner voices. It should be, hey, I got you the next one, let's go, be ready, because I'm going to get this one. So certain things that are certain ways that you should be saying, apologizing. It's a different way of apologizing. Is taking the negativity away from the apology and going, I can do this, right? So kind of goes hand in hand. Then when a coach is telling you something, so let's say you keep doing your left hand in a set, keeps extending past, okay? Or you're not shrugging your shoulders. So you're going to pass the volleyball and your shoulders are down here and you're doing this and you're swinging your arms a lot. And the coach comes up and is like, hey, your left hand keeps extending. I want you to try to get both your hands to extend. And you're like, yeah, I know. I'm just not having a good day. I know. I'm just stressed out. Ooh, right? So that I know. Okay, well, if you knew, you'd be doing it, right? And you probably do know, but you're not doing it right now. And that's what the coach is trying. Coach is trying to give you feedback so you can take that, internalize it, and then do what they're saying. Even if you know, it's just you're not doing it right now. We know you know, but we also know that maybe you don't know. Maybe you're not completely sure about what you're doing because you can't see it. I can see what you're doing, but you can't see what you're doing sometimes. Okay, same with the shoulder shrug. I know, I just forgot, right? Sure, right? Okay, just try what we're trying, all right? Then kind of the biggest one that overgoes all of it is especially with new athletes. This happens a lot with new athletes. I'm like, okay, with passing, I want a fist, wrap, thumbs together, shoulders up, strong platform. This looks really strong, right? And I don't want to hyperextend my elbows out. So you might be watching this and you might be going, what? I thought we had to do this and flatten and squeeze so that our hands didn't come apart, and then we extend our elbows outwards. Okay, this looks really awkward. And then I'm going to try to pass the ball. Okay, so if that's what you've been doing for 30 years and you're playing volleyball right now and you're going, what is this girl teaching these kids? Honestly, you've been doing it for 30 years. This is going to work for you. This super awkward platform works for you. But for most kids, it's way easier to fist wrap, get this stronger platform, not the elbows, because now we're passing on the most sensitive part of our arms. And you get something smacking you there. It's like, ow, that hurts. Okay? Someone smacks you here, it's a bone. It's not going to hurt you, right? But if you smack over here, you think little kids want things smacking here 500 times? Not really, right? So that's like number one. And then number two is like getting that ball to the net, into the setter's hand so they can fire that ball. If they're doing it from the inside of their arms, this, for a lot of girls, especially smaller girls, this isn't a strong platform. They're going to end up bending a lot, okay? And if they're bending, it's going to go straight up, or it's not going to get to the net, okay? So this is like one of my biggest things is just try the fist wrap. If you come to tryouts and you're like, but I've been doing it this way. My coach said this. Whoa, my coach, that's your coach at school, right? These are your coaches right now in the tryout. If they say wrap your fist, wrap your fist. If you're at a different tryout and they say do this, then do it. Even though you know it's not going to be a strong pass. But it's a tryout. You're trying to prove that you can do maybe what the coaches are asking so that when you're on that team, you get what you need to get. So from our tip number 5, which had you seen before, is like pay attention to the tryouts, pay attention to what they're teaching. If they're teaching this, and I just told you that this is probably not going to be very successful for you as a youth, maybe pay attention to that too. So tip number 7, stay away from certain words. I can't, sorry, I know, my coach said this. All right, so just get in there, be loud, be talkative, but just try to stay away from those words. You know, I got the next one, right? I can do this. I'm going to try my hardest to do this, even though it might not seem like I can. And I got inner voices saying, I can't do this right now. Like, I've never done this before, you know? And then stay away from I know. Be like, okay, I'm going to try it. Okay, coach. Thanks, coach. I love it when someone's like, thanks, coach. And they try to focus on it for the next 10 minutes. That's awesome. You're going to make my team, okay? So good luck at tryouts. We got tryouts coming up in 4 days. That's crazy. We got our first tryout for U13-14 girls. Get on that registration. The link is below. Check that out. You can see all the tryout times. You can see all the information. Then you can click a registration link on the left-hand or right-hand side of the page. And so, yeah, good luck at your tryouts. Have fun. And you can make that team.